Hey Preps, welcome to Art This Week. I have been loving seeing your artwork coming in. Keep on going. This week and for the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at habitats. So a habitat is a natural home or environment where a plant or an animal lives. Okay, so I can think of heaps of different habitats, but the first one we are looking at is the ocean. So I'm sure you can think of some things that live in the ocean, but today we're going to be looking at some fish and underwater creatures that live in the ocean. And we're going to be doing some drawing because we've done a whole lot of different types of things recently, but we're going to do some drawing. Now this is called a surprise fish because it looks like a totally normal fish, but because I've done something special with my paper, I'm going to pull it like this and it's a surprise fish. Now this lesson was inspired by Miss Stamela, so thank you very much for this lesson idea. But we are looking at the habitat of under the sea, under the ocean, okay? So I'm going to show you what you need to do. You need to get a A4 bit of white paper and you will need an adult to help you fold your paper. So let's meet back together here with some drawing tools and a bit of paper. We have an A4 bit of paper here. The first thing you need to do is fold your paper in half. Okay, as close as you can to the edge. All right, we've folded it in half. Lovely, we're halfway there. So the very next thing we need to do, we've got our fold in the middle, is we need to fold again towards the outside. It's almost like we're making a paper aeroplane, and we're going to fold that down. So now we folded it in half again. I'm going to flip this over because I've got this page here that hasn't been folded. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Okay, let's fold that down. Okay, make the edges nice and flat. And you'll see that I've got this folded accordion piece of paper. Okay, you're going to fold it back over like this. So then you can see I'm going to draw here, and when I'm ready, my surprise fish will be inside there, okay? So you need to get a texter. I'm going to use a black texter for my outline, and we're going to get started. I've got my paper folded here, and this is the inside of my surprise fish there, so we're drawing on this outside part. And I've started by thinking about what sort of plants grow in the habitat of the ocean, and I've got seaweed on my ocean floor, so I've gone ahead and drawn that in a wavy line with a texter. And now I'm going to draw the outline of my fish or underwater creature. Yours might be a little bit different, and that's perfect, that's great. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to do a curved line at the top. I've done a curved line at the top, stopped here, done a pointy line and stopped. And now I'm going to mirror. That means do the same on the other side. So I'm going to do a nice curved shape, come to here and do a point. Here's my curved line and my point, and notice how my lines here match up really well. You've got to be really careful about where your lines match up. If I go ahead and open up my page now, see there's this big empty gap. Okay, so this is where the surprise of our fish is. So we need to go ahead and fill that in. So I think it's a really cool idea to have nice big teeth on my underwater fish, but you might do something a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead, come down a little bit, draw almost like the gum of the fish, and I'm going to do this here as well. It's hard with one hand. And I'm going to go down here. You can see where my big mouth is being made. And now here I'm going to add my big teeth. Maybe yours will come all the way down here. I'll show you what I mean, maybe. They're nice and big. This is totally up to you, Preps. Okay, so we've done this side. We need to now go straight down here. This is my finished one here, Preps, and this is the one that I'm working on now. So let's have a look at what is missing. Obviously, colour is missing, but at the moment my poor fish can't see anything, so we need to put an eye in. I've made some lovely bubbles on this one. You might like to do the same. Maybe your fish is eating something. Maybe it's eating another fish. Maybe it's eating some sort of different food. I've also done these wiggly lines, almost like scales on my fish that I can colour in. So I'd like to see a pattern on your fish. It might be fish scales, circles, dots. That's completely up to you. So I'm going to add my eye in now. So a nice big eye. You might do yours a little differently. Okay. And now I'm going to do all of my wiggly lines. My drawing now is ready for colour. So I've used textures here and I've also added in some patterns, and I'm looking that you can stay in the lines with your drawing. So once I have finished, I should be able to fold up my picture and it looks like a normal fish. And then when I undo it, there's my surprise fish. I can't wait to see your final results.